Hi students, so it's been too long that I'm not available in the YouTube, and the reason behind this is I was engaged in a different project. So once it will completed, I will announce what the project was. Okay, so from today onwards, so we will continue our classes. Clear? So in today's class, so I will be discussing the preparation of haloalkene from different methods. So in earlier fifth class we have prepared haloalkene from alcohol, right? So now the another preparation method we will discuss in this class. So let's start the class. Okay. So this class will be basically our what preparation of haloalkene. You can say it will be what our part 2. Okay, it will be our part 2 class. So in this class there are some preparation method of haloalkene which are supposed from hydrocarbon, so that particular topic I will discuss it now. So it will be the second point. Okay, we will continue from that fifth class, that was from alcohol. It was first one preparation method and it will be second, and here I am taking it is what from hydrocarbons, and the hydrocarbon which we are taking in this particular reactions are two hydrocarbon, that is we are taking alkane also, okay, and what call your alkene also. So from both the hydrocarbon we will prepare haloalkane. So let's start first of all with alkene one, then we will discuss the alkene one. Okay, so from hydrocarbon, so number A we will write from alkene. Okay, and what is the method? It is what? By free radical halogenation. Free radical halogenation. Okay. So students, the meaning of halogenation is addition of halogen, or we are substituting hydrogen from alkene by halogen. It means that. Clear? And free radical, it is in process, or you can say the mechanistic part. Alright, it's a type of mechanism. And when we are talking about free radical reactions, the reaction always proceeds in presence of what your ultraviolet ray or large amount of heat. Clear? So in this reaction, what we will exactly try to do is that, suppose consider, say this is our hydrocarbon. So here it may be carbon or hydrogen. So what we are doing here, we are reacting it with halogen molecule, okay, and in presence of what called UV light or in presence of heat. So what it will do is that, it will replace the hydrogen from here, okay, and it will give you a product called haloalkane. Clear? Haloalkane, and it is what our alkane. So look, it seems to be very simple, right? That we are providing one hydrogen from one halogen from this X2 to this carbon, means we are replacing this hydrogen, right? It seems to be easy, but if you look after the mechanistic part of this particular reaction, it involves in different steps, because it is free radical halogenation, so we have to look after what free radical mechanism of it. Clear, guys? So let's go after the mechanism of this, that how this particular reaction is taking place. Okay, so this is the reaction, you try to remember it. I will provide some example, then we will clarify more things there. Okay, now if you look after the mechanism, it involves in 3 steps. Okay, now the first step, free radical mechanism would be there. Okay, it will be whatever free radical mechanism. Okay, so step 1 is known as what? Initiation reaction or initiation step. Okay, step 1 will be. Now in this initiation step, what exactly happens? Whatever the halogen molecule we are taking, so it will what? Break their bond by what? Homolytic bond cleavage. And in homolytic bond cleavage, what happens? The bond will break in the middle part of the bond. So as we know what, in this bond 2 electrons are there, right? So both the halogens are providing one electron to form their bond, isn't it? So once they undergo homolytic bond cleavage, so they will get back their electron and they will form what? Two halogen free radical. Clear? And in your step 2, that is what we are talking about, propagation. Okay, that is what we are talking about, propagation step. And in propagation step, whatever the halogen we are taking, we will react with one of the, alkane we are taking, we will react with one of the halogen free radical. Now what happens here? Between carbon and hydrogen bond will break down. Again homolytic bond cleavage, one electron. Now this hydrogen will bind with this halogen and it will give us what? This carbon free radical and what? Your hydrogen halide. Clear? And in the step C, that is what we are talking about, termination. Okay, ending step. So in termination, this free radical will react with another halogen free radical. Okay, this carbon free radical will react with halogen free radical. So once they combine, so what? They will give us haloalkane. So this is the mechanism of this particular reactions. Okay guys, you try to go through these things. I think you have learned this mechanism in your HS first syllabus also. Okay. So now what we will do is that we will go after some of the example of this particular reaction and we will try what exactly we have to do. Okay. Now consider this as an example. Say CH3, we are reacting with Cl2, UV light. Now guys, what exactly we have to do, look at the number of carbon here. Okay. And what we can do is that, look, I can substitute the hydrogen from this carbon also, or I can substitute the hydrogen from this carbon also. Means what? The number of product depends on the number of carbon atom contained by the alkane compound. Clear guys? So 2 carbon means what? 2 product. But what? It will be isomer, right? So same isomer we will not write twice. What I am supposed to say here is that if I substitute hydrogen from here, so what it will look like? CH2, CH3, Cl, right? It will look like this. And if I substitute from this carbon, it will look like this. CH3, CH2, Cl and plus what? HCl. But among this product, they are not having any differences, right? Because it is also one chloroethane, it is also one chloroethane. So in this case, what we are doing? We are getting only one product and we are writing only one product as in what? Measure product here. But look at this example, CH3, CH2, CH3 plus say Br2 and UV light. So in this particular reaction, look at it. How many carbon? 3 carbon. So basically what we can have? We can have 3 product, right? But look at here, this is the first carbon. So terminal carbon are always the same one. Clear? So CH3 or you can remove from here or here is the same meaning because one bromopropane. So in this 2 carbon, it will be the same isomer. So the same isomer will be written only once. Clear? Say I am writing this one. And another one, look at here. I can substitute the hydrogen from here. And if I substitute, it will look like this, right? CH3, CH, CH3, say I am writing Br here. And plus what? HBr. Clear? So guys, look at it. Then, so these are the 2 possible product here. I can substitute from here also, but it will be same one here. So now what we have to do is that, if we are having numbers of product like this, we have to find out what? Major and minor product. Clear? Major and minor product. So this type of questions are also asking in the examination. Now how you will define? Look, think about it that we are having free radical here, right? And we are having free radical here. So they are binding. Look at the mechanism, third step. So once we are having free radical here, so this free radical will be what? 2 degree and it will be what? 1 degree. So what? Major product will define on the basis of what? Stability of what? Free radical. So what we know is that regarding stability of free radical, 3 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree, then what? Your methyl free radical. So among these two, this is what? 2 degree free radical and it is 1 degree free radical. So 2 degree is what? Stable than 1 degree. So it will be major product and it will be what? Your minor product. So this is what you have to do. Now look guys, if another structure if I will provide to you, you just have to think in your mind is that what the number of carbon atom, and is the environment of the carbon are different or same. If they're having same environment, we will have same isomer, so we will write only one product on that basis. Clear? So let's have another example here again. Now consider I am having this, say CH3, 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 this, or I am reacting with UV light. Now consider all this methyl group are attached with the same carbon atom. So if I substitute from here, it is also chloro, 1 chloro, 1 chloro, 1 chloro, 1 chloro, right? So we can have 4, I am having 5 carbon, but in this carbon we are having no hydrogen. So if we have to get the product, so the carbon should contain at least one hydrogen, because we have to substitute that hydrogen by the halogen atom. But here in this 4CH3 there are hydrogens, but in this carbon there is no hydrogen, so I can't substitute from here. Okay, I can substitute the chlorine here. So this CH3, this one, this one, this one, so they are having the same environment. So what, among this 4 carbon we will write only one product. Clear guys? We will write only one product. So CH3, 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 CH2, Cl plus HBr, and this is what our major product. So you try this example, okay? You try to go after this example and you comment me on the comment section if someone is able to do or not able to do. Clear? So you try out what is the number of product formed here. Okay? So this is what our free radical halogenation of alkene compound. Clear guys? Okay. Now we will discuss another reaction, that will be B, right, from alkene. Okay, from alkene. And here two methods are there, that is by addition of HX, meaning hydrogen halide, by addition of what? Hydrogen halide. Now guys, the problem here is that, you know, this alkene compound, we can have them as what? Symmetrical as well as unsymmetrical. Okay, symmetrical as well as what? Unsymmetrical. So when your alkene is symmetrical, alkene is symmetrical, the things are very simple. Okay, when it is symmetrical, it is very simple. Consider, say this one, say I am adding, say, HCl. Now you know what, I am just directly taking the example, okay, I am not drawing any general reaction here. So this is symmetrical alkene, because in this double bonded carbon atom, here is also 2 hydrogen, here is also 2 hydrogen, so it will be what? Symmetrical. If the groups or atom attached with the double bonded carbon are different, then they are known as what, called your unsymmetrical. I will show the example also here. Now what you have to do is that, you know what, here we just have to add hydrogen in chlorine here. Clear? So between among this 2 carbon atom, means doubly bonded carbon atom. Okay, so what you can do is that when it is symmetrical, you can add hydrogen to any of the carbon and halogen to another carbon by breaking this double bond. So what you can do is that you can just simply write like this. So in case of symmetrical, it doesn't matter whether you are adding halogen here or here, hydrogen here or here, it doesn't matter, you will have always the same product. Clear guys? You will have always the same product. Okay, now and always remember that here, you know, the product which form, it will form by, you know, what call your, the formation of carbocation. So if this is positively charged, then it is what? 1 degree carbocation. If it is positively charged, then it also 1 degree carbocation, right? So in these 2 cases, they are 1 degree, so we will have only one product here. Okay, so you try to go through these things. So the mechanism part, so I'm not discussing here. Okay, let's have a look here, right? Suppose CH2 double bond CH2 then HCl. So as we are attaching hydrogen here, right? So this carbon will go and attack the hydrogen here first. Okay, and so you can consider this positive as a negative. So it will become what? Hydrogen will attach here and it will what? Positive. and plus Cl negative. Now this Cl negative will come and attack here, and it will give us the product as like this. So that's it. Clear? Or if you are attaching hydrogen here, then you will go from this point and the chlorine will come and add here. So you can see that here carbocation is formed, right? So this is what I am talking about. It is the product will form by the formation of what? Carbocation, and it depends on the stability order of the carbocation where which product will form. Okay. Now, so this is in case of symmetrical. Now let's have a look on the unsymmetrical alkene compound. Okay. Number B, your unsymmetrical. Consider this is an example. Okay. So look, this is what our unsymmetrical alkene. So here in this carbon one hydrogen in CH3 group, but here two hydrogen, right? So this is, they are not same. So they are what? Unsymmetrical alkene compound. So when we are having unsymmetrical alkene compound and I am supposed to add this, so what we are doing, in case of unsymmetrical, we are following what? Markovnikov's rule. Clear? We are following Markovnikov rule, and according to Markovnikov rule, it says that the negative part, this halide will be what? Halogen will be attaching to that carbon of this double bond which contain least number of hydrogen, and hydrogen will add it to the carbon which contain higher number of hydrogen. Clear? So why this differences? I will show it to you. So CH3, if you look after the product only, then it will look like this, right? CH2H, isn't it? So this is the product. But if you're asking me that why not, sir, we will attach here, because look, if we attach here, then what? Let's have a look at the mechanism part. CH3 CH double bond CH2 plus HCl. So positive negative you can simply write like this also. Now what? We are attaching the hydrogen and this carbon. That means what? This carbon is going and attacking here. So they are breaking the bond, right? So what happened now? CH3 CH, it will be positively charged, isn't it? That is what? I am getting 2 degree carbocation. But if I attach hydrogen on this carbon, so it will be positive and it will be whatever 1 degree carbocation, which is less stable than this carbocation. So that's why what? The product will be formed in what? 2 degree carbocation, and it will be whatever stable product. So this is what? Sorry, hydrogen here. Got it, guys? So I think you guys were able to understand these things. But there is another reaction is also there, when we are having any peroxide compound, say hydrogen peroxide, benzoyl peroxide and all that, so it will be what? Reverse. We will following anti-Markovnikov rule. That means what? Hydrogen will add it to that carbon which contain least number of hydrogen, and halogen will present on what? It will attach on that carbon which contain what? Higher number of hydrogen. Okay. So let's have one of the example of that also, right? The same example. Let's have a look on the same example. See, it will be example number B in the presence of what? Hydrogen peroxide. So when we are doing this, so what I have told you, hydrogen peroxide anti-Markovnikov means ulta, right? So hydrogen will add it to this carbon which contain least number of hydrogen. So CH3, CHH, then what? Halogen will be added to that carbon which contain higher number of hydrogen. So you try to go through all these things. Clear? Now, so this is the one by addition of hydrogen halide. Now, what we are doing, another method is what? By addition of what? X2, halogen molecule. So when we are adding halogen molecule, I can show this. No rules are there because they are the same halogen, right? So what we have to do? We just have to break the double bond to single bond and just have to add what? Halogen molecule on each of the carbon atom, halogen atoms on each of the carbon. So if you look after the example of this, say consider now this one. Now look, in this case, whether it is symmetrical alkene or unsymmetrical alkene, it doesn't matter, okay? In both the case, it will following the same rule. That means what? We just have to break this bond, double bond, and we just have to add the halogen. This is the simplest way which I am talking about, okay? So this is from whatever alkene compound. So I hope you guys were able to understand these things. Okay. Now, so this is the second preparation method, right, which we are talking about. Now I will discuss another preparation method, and that is what we are talking about by halogen exchange reaction. Okay, by halogen exchange reaction. Now look, here also we will discuss two different reaction, clear? And the first reaction which we are talking about is Finkelstein reaction. Okay, Finkelstein reaction. So what exactly the meaning of Finkelstein reaction? Let's have a look here. Now in this particular reaction, what we are doing, you know what? We are taking alkyl chloride or bromide compound and we are reacting with what? Sodium iodide in presence of what called your dry acetone. So it will act as a medium here, okay? Dry acetone. So what happened? We are talking about halogen exchange. So what is the halogen here? It may be Cl or Br. So this iodine will come here and this halogen, meaning chlorine or bromine, will attach to sodium. So that's it. So it will be what your Ri plus NaX. That's it. Let's have an example. Say CH3Cl reacting with sodium iodide in presence of what call your dry acetone. So what I am having here is that I will have what? CH3I and what? NaCl. That's it. Or another example, consider this one. Say I am having Br here. So I am reacting with sodium iodide here. Okay. So again in presence of what call your dry acetone. So it will what? Exchange the halogen. I will come in place of Br and Br will in place of what call your I. Got it, guys? So this is the simplest one, okay? And another reaction which I'm talking about is known as your Schwarz reaction. Okay, this number B it will be, and it is known as what called your Schwarz reaction. Now in this particular reaction, the same type, we are reacting either alkyl chloride or bromide compound with what? Metallic fluoride compound. Say suppose say this one, okay? Or I can react with what? Mercury fluoride also, okay? Or I can react with this also. Sorry, we are having some metallic fluoride compound, okay? So the metallic fluoride which we are taking, or this, or your this one, or your this. So I can take any one of the metallic fluoride here, clear, among these four. So let's talk about only this silver fluoride. So what we have to do as earlier, so in place of X this fluorine will come and what call your in place of F this halogen chloride or bromide will be there. So let's have an example here also. Say consider CH3CH2Cl plus AgF. So what I will have? CH3CH2F plus AgCl. That's it. Similarly, if I am having bromide reacting with silver fluoride, then I will have methyl fluoride plus AgBr. So this is all about the preparation of what call your haloalkane. I hope you guys were able to understand these things. Okay, try to go through these two particular reactions also. They may ask in your examination that what is Schwarz reaction, give one example, or what is Finkelstein reaction, give one example. Okay, I hope you guys will enjoy the video, right? So if you enjoy the classes, then please comment on the comment section, like the video, don't forget to share and subscribe. Thank you so much.